Look, I think I've got lots of stuff I want to do, but I think Catherine Called Birdy needs to be reviewed now, and it needs to be reviewed clearly and precisely before one is entitled to get on one's bike.
To get on one's bike, okay, fine. Catherine Called Birdy, which is in cinemas now, comes to Amazon Prime on the 7th. Adaptation of the 1994 children's historical novel by Karen Cushman. This is written and directed by Lena Dunham, creator and star of the HBO series Girls, and writer-director of the films Tiny Furniture, which I reviewed with you some time ago, and Sharp Stick. Set in 13th century England. So that would be
medieval times. medieval times.
Although the dialogue is all modern. So Bella Ramsey, who is in the BBC TV series of The Worst Witch and in Game of Thrones, is young Lady Catherine, also known as Birdy. She's a free spirit. She has no intention of doing what she's told. She wants to live her life her own way. We meet her covered in mud and causing, chaos. Her father and mother, played by Andrew Scott.
Excellent.
Sexy priest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm up for this.
And Billy Piper, they're in the process of producing yet another child, although so far Birdy is the only one of her siblings who has survived. So there is a regular family tragedy about death in childbirth. Meanwhile, her father's extravagance, her father played by Andrew Scott, sexy priest, like buying a tiger, means that they've run out of money. Here's a clip.
Well, how's this happened, Phineas? After all, you're paid to prevent things like this.
In essence, my lord, you have ignored me. You have spent profligately and without censure.
Nonsense. I can't have spent so much. Give me one example of an expense not strictly necessary for the survival of my family.
Really?
My tiger has arrived. It's dead.
One of the things is, in a way, you kind of have to see the look on Andrew Scott's face.
Is he loving that role? I think he is.
He's loving the robes. He's loving the casual wear. So he strikes upon the idea that the only way they can save the family is they're going to marry Birdy off. And Birdy is a young teenager. But he marries her off. That will somehow prop up their finances. Apparently, this has been a long-term passion project for Dunham. It's very easy to see why. It is a coming-of-age tale that isn't squeamish about the subject of menstruation, features a young heroine who is smarter, funnier, altogether more powerful and resourceful than almost anyone around her. And it's really funny, but also really moving. Now, in the past, some of Lena Dunham's work has kind of straddled that awkward thing between quirky and irksome. And I think this is bang in the mainstream sweet spot that it could be loved by and embraced by anybody. I just looked to check, and the BBFC certificate is 12A for moderate sex references, violence, upsetting scenes, and strong language. So, it's a slightly more mature, it's not, completely everybody, but I think the 12A certificate is exactly right. And I think it has real universal appeal. Bella Ramsey is fantastic as Birdy. I mean, she's just such a thrilling screen presence, like a whirling dervish of, uncontrolled ideas and enthusiasms and annoyances. And she's just huge fun to spend time in her company. Andrew Scott gets a really good mixture of comedy and tragedy as a sort of slightly idiotic but essentially loving and conflicted father. And Billy Piper is so good as the mother. I didn't recognise her for the first 20 minutes that she was on screen. And I've interviewed Billy Piper, and she's really, really good in that role. Also, supporting roles, thumbs up for Paul Kay, who is one of the stinky bearded suitors. Less of a thumbs up for Russell Brand, who was in Thankfully Much. Oh. No, exactly. Really? He comes on and it's about 4 minutes and it's like, yeah, fine, okay, just. And the music is by Carter Burwell. There's some songs by the Drowsy Lads, and then there are these cover versions, these kind of folky cover versions of modern pop songs like Supergrass's All Right, and which kind of, you remember A Knight's Tale? It had a bit of a kind of Knight's Tale vibe about using modern songs, but using them in a anachronistic setting. Anyway, it's terrific fun. It's well worth seeing on the big screen, but it does come to Prime on the 7th, and I thought it was just a real treat. I knew nothing about it before seeing it. I hadn't read the book. I just thought the title was kind of slightly baffling, but it's really, really good. Thanks for watching this video. We hope you like watching it as much as we enjoyed recording it. Why not check out these videos while you're here?
To be up to date on all things Kermode and Mayo's Take, follow us on our socials. They're all here below.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I would, in fact.
Yes, so did I.
Yeah.